here we are into game number 2 between MG Element and Barber's Fanclub. MG Element now on the blue side, Barber's Fanclub going over to the red side. Sorry for the little bit of slight delay. Who won? It was MG. MG Element won game 1. Oh, wait. You're right. I should actually have that up there. Hold up. 1 second. 1 second. That'll be right there at the top of your screen. MG Element won game 1. They are currently in the series 1-0.
They certainly are, Etoe. And the LeBlanc played a very large part in that. We can see that is going to be hitting the bench here for this second game. Fanclub not wanting to see that one again, very understandably. And we saw some calls from Twitch chat for Zach to be the second ban, but it will be once again the Viego. Same option they went for in game number 1. So Runner 90 going to potentially have the opportunity to go for the secret weapon once again here. We did see some pretty optimistic chat in the pregame lobby here from Pixel Wolf saying the reverse sweep incoming here. So spirits are still high for the fan club. You know, could still see them come out and get a game here, get a win. Of course, after that,
here for support maybe.
Yeah, LC Bane gonna move from the Thresh to the Nautilus. So just trying to change things up a little bit. Nautilus is very, very strong right now. Is sort of generally seems to be considered by most pro teams to be the premier support. And yep, saw that one coming. Yeah. Absolutely. Exact same position that it was picked in last game as well. Just that second spot there, Runner 90, going to lock in his Zach. And it's going to be the Rakan this game for late game carry. So the Blitzcrank was decent, but it was really, it appears, more of a response to the Thresh. This time around, wants to be on something a little bit more mobile, a little bit more explosive here on the Rakan. Lots of engaged potential already with the Rakan as well as the Zach. And wow, what a spicy jungle pick this game from More Sleep. I mean, you thought Shyvana was spicy. We are in for some entertainment here. That is for sure.
I love the potential. I hope it's rounded out with the team comp that can support it. I would love to see it pop off. I would
it's not.
It's like feast or famine to me, right? Like if this doesn't pop off, then Zach is just gonna outvalue in team fights like every single time, right?
Yeah. I mean, Zach, generally speaking, has a much higher expected value in those team fights for sure. Also, again, has way stronger early ganks. Right. And it's another very weak early game option here for More Sleep. Something that didn't seem to affect him individually too much in the previous game, but it's something that I think the team as a whole definitely did suffer from, not having as many options in that early game. But I think this mid lane pick for Nukes is going to be key, and of course, seeing the fan club on red side this time around means that they will have that last pick counter pick for themselves. So going to be very critical to see what he decides to go for. King Annihilator not going to be able to go back to LeBlanc. What do you think he's going to go for this time around, Etoe? His really Katarina is available, but she has a lot of losing matchups.
Katarina would be interesting versus Official Nukes. Because Official Nukes used to be known as a Katarina one-trick a few years ago. As in, he played hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games with Katarina. So, Nukes would know how to play against a Katarina. Be interested to see Katarina picked into him. In fact, back in BTL, like season 5 or 6, I believe, he had a game where he had a Katarina game where he had a quadra kill into a pentakill into a quadra kill, like in 3 consecutive fights. So yeah, I remember those clips. I remember those clips. That's like 2-3 years ago now. But yeah, Nukes is an old BTL player.
Well, it will not be the Katarina.
It's not an assassin.
No, it's not. Very out of character for the King Annihilator here, but it is a very safe blind pick. Yeah, so that was probably the idea.
Incredible team fight. And Barber's Fan Club needs to snowball hard, right? I feel like they need to snowball hard.
Yeah, I mean, they have Jinx is going to offer some scaling. Camille is going to be strong in a side lane in the late game there. So once again, we have the split push angle for Patrick up there on the top side. But this Yone last pick is definitely something that does want to snowball, like you were just saying. And taking it into the Victor is definitely a bold move, I would say. Victor is immobile and isn't necessarily that strong early, but if King Annihilator plays it safe and doesn't expose himself to getting killed by this Yone, then I think we're looking at another situation where he should be expected to outscale and provide more value in the fights. And once again, it's a situation, Ito, where more sleep on this Evelyn is not going to be able to really help out in that mid lane at all in those first few levels. He's just going to have to farm to 6 on this champion.
Yeah, yeah, that's so tough. It's like you need a snowball, but you're but I mean, where's the opportunity to snowball? That's
I mean, Nautilus is
base
great,
aim,
right?
charm, flash, Q. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess yeah, Nautilus is fantastic. If they can get some stuff bot lane, if they can bully
Yeah.
Aphelios like we saw Zach bully mid lane last game, but that's I don't know. It doesn't seem very easy. We'll see what they do.
It is interesting to me that late game carry, actually, I'm looking at that bot lane again. It is interesting
Yeah.
to me that he would pick the Rakan into the Nautilus. Generally speaking,
Mm.
Rakan tends to struggle into tankier engage supports because
Mm.
if he does get locked down, he can get burst out, of course, very, very quickly. So that is, a potential thing or potential avenue for the fan club to find an advantage. But, I guess we have to give late game carry the benefit of the doubt here. I mean, he was the winner of game 1, so going for the Rakan. I guess just picking more for the fights, more for the team fights later on, not really as worried about the lane phase.
Mm-hmm. I could see Eve 1v9. Team Star Team Captain Tygoon believes in more sleep on the 1v9. Okay.
On the Evelyn, huh?
Did you
The
bet on
Evelyn
that? Wait, did you put
1v9.
your money on that, Tygoon? I didn't see which way you bet. Oh, gotta go to the client now.
I mean, it's possible. We've seen Evelyn
Possible.
do some pretty, disgusting, unspeakable things in the past. So, more sleep always has the potential of popping off here. But Evelyn, I really feel Ito is another one of those champions that tends to struggle more in coordinated
Yeah.
5v5 play.
Yeah, there's a
Because,
reason why we react whenever we saw it, right? We hardly ever see it. Oh, it's a spicy pick. Really, whenever we say spicy pick, is like we don't see that very often in competitive, and usually
right.
there's a reason why we don't see it very often in competitive.
Yeah, exactly, and that reason is control wards.
Yeah,
Exist.
exactly.
And make Evelyn's job much, much more difficult than it otherwise would be.
Yep.
So, yeah, more sleep is gonna have to try to find those pockets of vision, or the lack of vision, I should say, for the side of MG Element. I mean, if you can track those wards, if you can play around that, there certainly is. You can sort of prey on your opponent's expectation that they're safe, right? If they have vision and you are able to avoid the vision and get around it and surprise them, that can actually work against them in that kind of situation. So if more sleep can really find some creative pathing here, if he has really good coordination with his lanes to, set up some gankable situations, he could find that advantage. He could snowball the game, but once again, I think the fan could have just opted into something that's going to be extremely tough to pull off.
Yeah.
Especially against this
I
MD
always
element.
say, I always preach in BTL and amateur whenever I'm watching, whenever I'm casting. I always preach ease of execution. We are not professional level players. Ease of execution when it comes to drafting your team cons is just more likely to be successful. And I feel like ease of execution here definitely goes in favor of MG Element yet again. And I'm not saying it's impossible. There are some fantastic players over there. I'm just saying it's just hard. It is just hard, and if it's hard for me, it's less likely to be successful. Meanwhile, I could easily see success on the side of MG Elements. I could easily see how that comp comes together and just rolls over the other comp. So, I mean, I don't know. Yone and Evelyn together, like, again, these are the highest elo people in the game. They can pop off really hard. I think we can have a very interesting game. Especially with the Camille and the Yone and the Evelyn. Like, there could be some crazy stuff happening. Aphelios could hate this game. There's a chance that out of blue is just tilted off the face of the plate at the end of this game. Same with King Annihilator. But,
yeah,
I mean, it's only I don't give it the benefit of the doubt. That's hard for me. So, but I would love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. More sleep than nukes. They picked for the 1v9 straight up, right?
Right.
Like that's what these champions are for. So that I mean that's clearly the game plan. And it'll be really interesting, like you said, to see if they can do it. But over here on the other side, I completely agree with you. MG Element have drafted just a ton of engage, a ton of scaling, incredible team fight. They have seems like they have maybe not more options in the early game. Victor Felios, need some time to scale, sure. But they should be relatively safe, I think, in these lanes that they have. And I think they're just going to look to stack dragons again, stack those objectives. And
Mhm.
if they're able to get an advantage, like you said, I think they're just going to roll over it.
Very true. Well, we are into the spectator delay. I'm going to work on getting our overlay, our in-game overlay ready, and we will go ahead and take a short break as we load into the Rift. We'll be right back. Are you paused at 5?
I'm here.
All right, and then let's do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. 6, 7, 8, 9,
Perfect.
10. Hello, stream. Here we are.
We're back. Game 2. Swap sides. It's going to be Barber's Fan Club moving over to red. MG Element moving over to blue. See if we get any more 5 stacks coming out. Looks like a little bit more of a spread formation for both sides this time around, Etoe.
True, true, true. Nothing too crazy this time. No, unfortunately, last time didn't really result in much, which was, I mean, not as fun,
It's the
but
thought that counts.
yeah, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, they had a blitzkrieg there. I mean, I feel like you can do it with the Nautilus too, but it's
You
not the
can.
same whenever you can't bring someone into your team and just bring them down to the depths of hell with you, like Blitzcrank does. Nautilus has to engage when he hooks, but
Yeah, Nautilus kind of meets him in the middle.
right.
It's a little bit more ambiguous who actually is winning out there. But yeah, it will be very calm early opening for both sides. I think it makes a lot of sense. Evelyn can't really do anything at level 1, and the side of MG Element definitely have more of a scaling composition this time around as well. So just going to play it nice and easy. And runner 90, going to get a nice late deep ward there onto the enemy Raptor camp. So we'll see that rotation come through from the Evelyn. Could even go for an invade this game, Etoe.
Yeah, would love to see that. The Evelyn, essentially, as far as I'm concerned, for Barbara's fan club, they need to play aggressively. They need to play aggressively. They need to get early leads. I need to see Morsley. Also, and Lotus guess, Morsley does have a lot of mastery points on Evelyn. Does play a lot of Evelyn.
Sure.
So I would like to see some crazy stuff. I would like to see it. It is going to be difficult, and it has to happen, I think, early on. You have to snowball. So, going to have to
see if he can do it.
Yeah, got to see if they can. Yeah, he can do it.
I mean, we've all seen those crazy Evelyn games before, where she's just running around the map, killing everybody, and completely invisible the whole time.
Yep.
But you know, after that game 1 was so dominant for MG Element, you know, you have to expect them to once again come out swinging here in the second game. Level 2 for the Aphelios Rakan bot lane, gonna land a double knockup. There does late game carry, and Pixel Wolf once again at level 1 gets chunked to 50% HP.
Yep. It's a solid level 2 engage from the bot lane of MG Elements.
Yeah, that's 2 games in a row that they got level 2 first, and Pixel and Bane did not respect it. Ended up losing a big trade. But at least no kill happened this time, Etoe.
Right. Yeah, that hook last game was crazy.
Yeah, that one last game from the Crank was actually lethal. This time around, it is just a good trade for the Aphelios Rakan.
I like to see it. I like to see Aphelios. I feel like we kind of rarely see him. Like to see him do well. I think it's very interesting to see whenever he does pop off. Fun to see.
Well, he's still all over pro play, so if you like watching Aphelios, you know, no shortage of content there. Been up at the top of the metagame for quite a while, of course. Wave pushing into him now. Just very slow, last hitting these creeps. Actually, he has 1 extra range there. It looks like, oh, there we go. There's the rocket. Okay, we'll push towards blue side. Patrick going in, trying to set up for an Evelyn gank here.
Make something happen.
Can we get the charm? The flash in. We get the charm, but they just don't have quite enough damage. The Aatrox able to get underneath this tower there.
And does not need to flash. Oh, they didn't
exactly.
Flash. Oh, they didn't burn Aatrox's flash. You need to at least do that. Because now
exactly right,
Evelyn is just, oh man, unfortunate. I think if the stun landed from Camille and Patrick Jones off of the wall, that would have been nice. That would have probably forced out a flash, but does not. The CC does not land, and Aatrox just kind of walks out of there. Not what you want to see.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty predictable gank, and actually Evelyn did walk over a ward on her way in there, so that is why Venom was able to back off so quickly. But it was just a full clear into... Oh, Patrick is just dead.
Or
Patrick Jones with a hook shot into the solo kill. First blood for Camille.
Okay. Well, they made something happen top lane. Not really. Evelyn wasn't really necessarily part of it, but hey, something happened top lane. That is so funny.
You know Venom's tilted after that one.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's going to dash in. He's going to land Q1. But the hook shot is good. Patrick's out of there. He's fine.
Patrick Star. What a star.
Very good start for Patrick here in game 2. Fantastic stuff. We got a brief pause here, guys. So bear with us. Got a little bit of lag issues. But fantastic from Patrick. How about that? Able to get first blood on the Camille in what is potentially a very volatile top lane matchup here once again.
True.
Huge. Absolutely massive. And does have the teleport even. Actually, I don't think he's even going to need to use it. He could probably just walk back. He did get the crash on the tower there, I believe, as well as the kill. So huge for the Camille.
I can't scroll over there, but I can zoom out. And it does look like there are some minions on that tower up there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got the crash there. I think
Yeah,
it
looks
actually
like
might
it.
be bouncing already. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it's definitely a great position for him. We are seeing a slight CS lead for actually Yone in the mid lane as well over the Victor. So solo lanes here for Barbara's are looking pretty good for now. It's just 5 minutes in, very early still in this game too. But they're off to a solid start, Etoe.
Indeed, they are. I'm assuming we'll get an unpause here soon, as it does look like more sleep has reconnected. So
Yeah, should be getting back into the game any minute here. We haven't really talked about any of the runes or summoners yet, as we are back into the game. We're going to be getting back underway here, guys.
It's funny
Dragon
you
number
mentioned
1.
that about the
Go
runes
ahead.
and summoners, right? Because like that made a major difference. Because Camille is
Oh,
not
yeah.
running Flash. Gorilla actually has Ignite Teleport. That made a big difference in that fight up there in top lane.
Absolutely. It was all about the Ignite there, cutting the healing from the Aatrox. This is just your standard post-pause.
You gotta love it.
We'll be out of this shortly.
Client.
But Pixel Wolf is looking
dead,
very,
right?
very dead here. Yeah,
yeah
I think she's in a lot of trouble. There's the last auto attack. I think that might have been the last bullet from the sniper rifle there for Aphelios.
Oh, wow.
Able to pick up that kill. And now we're all tied up. 1-1. It's out of blue on the board in the bot lane.
And Patrick Jones up here in the top lane.
Yeah. Hype him up.
Yeah, doing it to Venom. The solo kill.
Okay, this wave is looking actually a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
Now that we look at it again,
Venom
this
is using his Elo knowledge.
Yeah, okay. Going back in for another trade, Patrick. Able to land. Oh, that's a flash in for Venom. Runner 90s here for the follow-up. Lands the stretchy strike, pulls back in. The Camille already used the hook shot. Venom has the World Ender to chase underneath the tower there and easily dash back out. And just like that, Etoe, it's MG Elements back in the lead.
Yeah, I just got reminded there. Oh, that's right. Zach is in this game again.
Yeah,
Runner 90 is back on Zach. That's right.
Oh, and Nukes is caught out here. You were standing on a ward, Nukes. He's going to go for the ultimate to get himself out of there, but that is just a Runner 90 with a great look, able to get the enemy mid's ult for free there. Nicely done. Oh, more sleep. Has the level 6. Didn't get the charm, but will he need it? That's the flash off of the Zac. Okay. We're starting to see the potential there. You can see more sleep.
Look at how much
with
CS he has. More sleep.
Yeah. I mean, he's just been power farming, right? That's what you have to do on this champion. Went for Sork boots as the first buy. Not only is that very effective for your clear, but it's also going to allow you to roam around the map very quickly and try and find these looks, try and find these angles. This is the win condition for the fan club. Watch where this Evelynn is going on the map. Looking for an invade now. Runner 90 still does not have level 6. Is he going to caught out here? No flash. There's the charm come down. He doesn't know. Evelynn's going to charm him up here. Has the ultimate, and he's into the passive. Gets the blue buff. This is a kill. Nobody can get there in time. No teleport to save any of the blobs. More Slade able to pick one up. It's 2-2 now. Patrick Jones in a 1v1 in the top lane, preventing the enemy top laner from rotating over, covering for his jungler. Fantastic. We're tied up, Etoe. Evelynn's online. Oh, but a nice knock up at the dredge line buffer is there for Bane. Gets himself out of there. Spider knots his way to safety. And this Evelynn. Ooh, it's exciting.
Yeah, that's
First
true.
kill.
It's a possibility.
Gonna land the knock up there with the Q3, but
no.
Underneath the tower. Evelynn doesn't have her ultimate. She doesn't have flash either.
She should be okay.
She's able to walk it out though.
Yone able to intimidate. To get him to back up. How does Eve go through for more sleep? I think even if you see that someone plays a lot of champions, I think there are some champions that you let them play. Right? I was like, do you want? I feel like you want to make them prove that you should ban it first. Should you ban Evelynn even if you see someone plays a lot? I'm like, that's like a solo queue champion, right? I feel like it's a solo queue champion.
I think so. Yeah, it definitely feels more like that to me for sure.
That's
and
the best but I'm sure that they have many champions that they play that you probably wouldn't want to play in competitive.
Yeah,
We'll
you only have 3 bans, right? Like,
yeah,
why?
that's true.
You know,
That's true.
whenever somebody makes that argument, it's like, how could you not ban this champ? Like, it's a tough decision, right, for any
Right.
team in
Exactly.
any drafting phase to decide what to ban, and you know, you only have so many bans to work with, and Evelyn is not going to be one of them this time around, as King Annihilator gets a great trade in the mid lane there, but the rest of MG Element did look towards that dragon, and they were able to pick up that first neutral. So this is the win condition for Element that we already discussed, right?
Yeah.
Etoe stacking those neutrals, going for those big team fights in the mid game.
Correct. Yeah, they want to play team, especially if you're up against an Evelyn that gets ahead. Suddenly, everyone needs to group up.
Flash in! Oh, but the Fate Sealed will not do it. Find it. Marcus King Annihilator just barely able to escape, and Runner 90.
No, look at this
for
man.
the follow through, gets his first of the game, and it was little Nukes had it in his eyes there. He went for the Yone nonsense play. Actually, almost able to find the kill. If the ultimate connected, he certainly would have had it. But in the end, Runner 90 making his presence felt here once again.
Looking up here at the top lane matchup, Venom up about a wave and a half. We're in the wave is where Atoe would like it to be.
Yeah, I mean, Venom's kind of wave management has been really good so far in this one, for sure. Patrick trying to get it in there, but another wave you can see coming in. The Annihilator once again getting engaged on by the Yone. Without his ultimate this time. Finds a great trade once again, but Victor gonna be okay for now. Patrick Jones going in for the Cho'Gath ultimate, finds it. Was it worth it? It was a decent trade as Runner 90 over the wall once again gets the stretchy strikes off the ward there. Nuke's taking a lot of damage, but the dredge line is fantastic. The turn from Bane sets it up. Nukes knocks it down. Now Runner 90 in some trouble. Evelyn is there. Zach, run! No! Oh, he gets over the wall. The flash, though, more asleep. Flashes in there, finishes off that kill. Meanwhile, on the top side, Venom able to get himself a solo kill. But so across the map there, we had a cross-map 2-for-1 play. But it's the fans are coming out. LC being a flash. He gets the root into the dredge line. And out of blue is just not long for this world. Gets taken out once again. LC Bane. Menace on this Nautilus now. Yeah, Evelyn is hunting. Gonna have to wait a little while for this wave, but she's got time. Rakan.
Rakan's in trouble.
You needed to run. You needed to run, Mr. Carey. It's too late now. You can't escape. He's gonna get charmed up. The zap picks up the last hit there. And more asleep. We're starting to see how this pick gets wins.
Yep.
He's really fed. 12 minutes. You see the Doran's ring in inventory as well, Etoe. He's going for the hyper carry.
Yeah, very true. The Dark Seal is stacking, has 5 halfway there. Yeah, probably gonna go for the book. And yeah, love to see it.
Absolutely phenomenal start from More Sleeper on the Evelyn. Look, he's hunting again. King Annihilator. There's the slow into the Fate Field. He never even knew what hit him. King Annihilator just gets completely annihilated himself there in the mid lane. As Patrick Jones looking for a 1v1 against the Aphelios, who is up here for some reason.
I just realized that.
Out of blue, stepping forward very aggressively into Patrick here, daring him to go back in.
And why is Aphelios up here? Why is Aphelios confidently fighting a Camille?
I've got a lot of questions as well here. Flame Chompers come down, but I'm not going to be able to continue the chase. Both top laners fighting the enemy marksman.
I am
very interesting lane assignments that we have here.
Why, like at this point in the game, like the turret hasn't been knocked down yet. No one had an unfavorable matchup. Okay. I mean, maybe this is just the rotation.
I mean,
right now.
Potentially, there was a teleport actually from Aatrox to that bottom tier 1 actually when Rakan was getting dove.
So just stay there
when
for now.
they picked up that kill onto late game carry. Yeah, so he ended up just staying as Patrick Jones. Oh, the hook shot goes wide. Patrick will fall more sleep. The shutdown goes to Aphelios out of blue now. Is 3-1. Already had the Gale Force and now out of blue is the one looking to hyper carry.
Oh my goodness. Well played.
A little bit of a blunder
by the
there.
Of MG Elements. Are they gonna get this?
Yeah, but Patrick, he missed the hook shot. I think if that hook shot lands, that
Yeah.
fight looks a lot different.
Very true.
They weren't able to find it. Camille went for the setup, and then it actually was late game carries. Rakan found the double knockup, I think, with the grand entrance there onto both the Camille and the Evelyn. Just allowed the Aphelios to clean that up so easily. Even had the exhaust for that fight as well. So just an easy couple of kills. And now Aphelios, after picking up that turret gold as well, that was first turret blood as well. He is so rich after that play. Picks up his steel caps and a Dirk on top. Dragon 2 on the map now, Etoe. Remember, it's the side of MG Element. Want to be stacking these up, but Barba's Fan Club are in position to contest. They have control over the river for now. Wards in the pit for both sides. Looks like the Fan Club just could be backing away. They don't feel like they can contest in a straight-up fight. Do you think this is a smart decision, Etoe, to just give this one up if you're MG or if you're a Fan Club?
No, I think they should have bought this. They should
Well, it's just going to be
something,
secured now. Oh, that was really close, actually.
Yeah.
That was really close, but the smite once again is good from
afterwards.
Runner. Aphelios is going to get shut down in return. More Sleep is
Okay.
like, actually, I am the shutter downer, the collector of gold. Now it's Runner 90 going to get cleaned up as well. That one going to go over to Pixel Wolf on the Jinx. And they get the dragon, but they give up 2 kills. And they give up the tier 1 tower as well. Yeah, that's going to be some more gold in Patrick's pocket.
Yeah, actually, that worked out. I think that worked out for Barba's Fan Club there. I think they're happy with that. Oh.
Yeah, definitely. That's the World Ender getting popped. Camille does not have a tower. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Victor gets a kill onto the Jinx. Patrick running for his life, but he cannot escape.
Dead.
And, oh, man, just like that, 2 more kills go over to Element. Yeah, he's strong. Yeah, he had his Eclipse completed. He just beat Patrick down in that one. Didn't even go for the Ignite. Just like, yeah, I'm just dead.
Yeah.
More Sleep, though. Picks up Herald 2. So at least some neutrals are going the way of the Evelyn here.
Yeah. Goes very even in this game. Only 600 gold between the two.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing shutdowns get traded back and forth. Kills happening across the map.
Right.
It's been very chaotic. More Sleep, able to get a lot of work done on this Evelyn. But at the same time, you know, Patrick has gone down 4 times already in this one. Pixel Wolf has been caught out a couple of times. So it's, yeah, like you said, a very even game state that we're looking at right now. But critically, 2-0 dragon count for MG Element, and it's an Ocean Soul Etoe. For an Aatrox and a Zac potentially, that would definitely be game over. Interesting build for Runner 90 here on the Zac. Do you remember if he went for the same item last game, the Even Shroud? It's actually more of a supportive choice.
Do not think so.
I remember he was really, really fed last game, so but I don't remember what his build was.
I don't remember. Maybe someone in the chat. I know the chat was talking about the build a bit. If someone in the chat maybe may remember from game 1 if you were here. I'm not exactly sure. We'll get the screenshots later, but
I mean, this one is really shaping up to be quite a banger here, Etoe.
yeah, it is. It is.
It's
this game
Fed,
is much
Yone,
more
and
back
Evelyn are both pretty strong here, but
Right.
against the sheer team fight power that has been drafted by MG Element, they still have their win condition here with the Ocean Soul. Oh, dear. There's an Evelyn there.
Wait,
but he wasn't able to get the kill. The minions.
Oh my god, Eddie flashes! Oh!
He's dead, and he flashes. It's a trade of kills. Now Runner 90 in the top side. Camille, does she have hookshot? Patrick? Oh, there's too much CC. He can't escape. He goes for the Hex Tech ultimatum, but it's just a Hex Tech coffin as Patrick goes down now 1-5 on the Camille this time around.
I'm
a little
so
bit of a
surprised
struggle.
Evelyn didn't cleanly get that kill. I just expect Evelyn to cleanly get that kill and get out.
I am not sure. Yeah, it
so
looks like a little bit of botched execution, honestly, from More Sleep there. I really wish we could watch it again. I didn't quite see what happened. Oh, we've got to complain of some lag here coming through from More Sleep.
Maybe.
Yeah, just, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect Master's Evelyn like main to mess that up. So
Yeah. It looks like a clean kill. I mean,
yeah.
I didn't even cast it, right? I was like, there's nothing to say about this. Like, it's just
Yeah.
Evelyn one-shotting someone, and
Right.
yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't even realize. Yeah, Aphelios exhausted for sure. Maybe that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
Aphelios
huge.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so massive. That cuts the damage.
Yeah,
Whoever you
that's
exhaust, it cuts
probably what
damage by
happened.
40%, which is very significant. Yeah, that
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah, I
would
think
could have
that's
saved
that.
him there.
But that's 100%. Yeah, he definitely 40% more damage. Definitely dead. So definitely dead without being able to get the trade back there. So.
Great call out there, Etoe.
Mm.
Really good spot. That is definitely what happens.
I guess this the
And
ADC exhaust meta nowadays. The reason why.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's gotten a lot of good uses out of it. Actually, at least two that I can think of, like very very good uses of the exhaust already.
Hmm.
So really getting his value there. And more sleep, tragedy at the end there, burning the flash, still
Right.
going down to the minion autos.
Mm.
Really, really rough.
Yeah, hate to see that.
Loses his stacks on the ring as well, of course. Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
Go ahead and switch scenes. I have heard people complain before, like technically if we're paused for too long, they could have someone tune into the stream and see where everyone is by looking at the minimap. I was like, I don't think anyone would do that, but all right, fine. I can switch scenes while we're paused just in case.
We, generally speaking, trust our players here in the BTL to have competitive integrity, to be honorable, right?
Right. I do. We do trust that, but I guess it does help if we do take steps to make
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
just to make people feel more comfortable. Like, okay, well, let's
Just
make
make
it not even
absolutely
possible.
sure.
Right.
Yeah, makes sense.
People can't bring up the complaints. Let's see. How did the vote? So there are 6 people that betted on the game, and it is tied 3-3 on terms of who people thought would win.
Wow. It's
So
the prediction is just as even as the game state.
yeah, and the game, yeah, it's currently 10 kills to 10 kills, 32.5k for the side of Barbara's Fan Club, 31k for the side of MG Elements. So Barbara's Fan Club up about a 1.5k gold, and they have the turrets 3-1. And they have the turret advantage, but the dragons is the advantage of MG Elements. Next dragon will be spawning in minute 30. We have this, we were talking about the Ocean Soul potentially could come through really big here.
Yeah, definitely. Would of course be really good for Yone as well. Going to be building a lot of lifesteal with the shield bow there, presumably a bloodthirster at some point as well. I also actually wanted to mention, I was looking again at the build for more sleep here on the Evelyn. Looks like he's building towards a Banshee's Veil, which I find pretty interesting. It's more of a defensive option, of course, which I actually find a little bit surprising. I really would have expected Evelyn in this game to be going more
Full
towards
damage.
something like Cosmic Drive or even like a Death Cap, perhaps. But what are your thoughts there on the Banshee's choice?
I feel like I guess it's like let me not. I don't like it. I feel like I guess it's safe, and you don't want to get CC'd. But I feel like if you're playing the Evelyn pick and you're so like, especially since Evelyn was 3-0 at some point, I would say that you're gonna play aggressively and try to go for as much damage as possible. So this is surprising to me, but at the same time, I know the More Sleep definitely knows what he's doing more than I do. So
Sure,
he's
he's
like,
the
maybe he's like, yeah.
Mastery 7 Grandmaster Evelyn player, right?
Exactly, right. So like, I respect that Morsley probably knows what he's doing, but I was like, it's probably more like disappointing. I would have liked to see more damage. But like playing it safe, it makes sense.
Yeah, but you have to wonder if he had Blasting Wand instead of the Verdant Barrier. Do you think he kills Aphelios down there?
You're right.
I don't know.
Very, very true.
I don't know.
They're still on pause. Yes, they are still on pause. I will actually. I have to get something. I just had food delivered. I'm gonna switch back to the in game now. We did just guess.
You're killing me,
reconnect.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah, me too. I've been eating since this morning. And I was like, I forgot about this broadcast we're gonna have today, and I was like, oh man, I was gonna go drive somewhere and get food, but now we are here. They will resume. Okay, the game has been unpaused. Play will resume in 0 seconds. What it says for me right now. I'm not sure if it said that for you.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same thing over here.
Oh, okay.
And we're back.
Yes.
We are back. So stream should be catching up here. Remember, we will have another one of those post-pause pauses. So
Okay,
expect that.
Be right back. Hopefully nothing breaks while I go down these stairs.
Oh, okay. All right. A little bit of a solo cast for a minute here, guys. Gonna be just some waves getting pushed in towards the tower. There's our pause. That was expected. Gonna be some resets coming through for the side of MG. 1 minute on Ocean Soul Point. They're gonna need to get back out onto the map here and set up vision in the river. Try and control that area. Try and get themselves towards that critically important objective before more sleep can snowball any farther ahead, before Nukes gets his 2-item spike on the Yone here. He's going Infinity Edge second. Common build for Yone. He's going to be really, really powerful when he gets that completion money. He's very close. 30 seconds on the Dragon. No teleport for the Yone, but Camille does have it, so she could join. So could the Aatrox. Looks like it could be a 4v4 to start us out here. River control, once again, currently held by the Fanclub. See more sleep moving through the river very menacingly. Looking for prey. Looking for a meal. Gonna pop the crown. Gonna get that off of King Annihilator here. Pretty long cooldown. Won't have that back up when this fight breaks out. Very, very important. And actually, the Herald 2 in the mid lane is creating so much pressure. It's gonna be the Dragon start, and they are going to absolutely shred this. Zach in the pit, though. It's a 50-50. And it goes over to more sleep on the Evelyn. Now the team fight. As Evelyn is the first to die. More sleep gets taken out. So does Bane. Oh, it's the side of Barber's Fanclub getting completely wiped off the rift. Double kill for Out of Blue on the Aphelios. They're going straight to Baron.
Yep.
Welcome back, Etoe.
Yeah, those team fights. That team fight comp.
Yep.
That's really hard to ease of execution. All I have to say. 4 kills.
Runner 90. Yeah, just landed on an Evelyn, and he knocked her up, and then he knocked her up again.
Yep.
And then she was knocked up again, and then she was dead.
Yep. Not much you can really do there. I mean, it's like,
yeah,
you got to get fixed before the fight.
With ultimate, you can see More Sleep died with ultimate up. Didn't even get to cast it. And the rocket, another good attempt from Pixel Wolf. Another almost would-be steal, but again, the smite is true from the Runner 90. Able to lock that one down.
Fantastic series.
They were not able to get the Dragon, of course. That did go over to the Fanclub. But this Baron should be pretty impactful in creating a more significant gold lead for the blue team.
See the recall right there in the first. Doesn't want to miss the Venom.
Got to go back to base. Got to get that completion on your Infinity Edge there for Nukes. Right. Now he is spiking very hard. I'm sure once he gets back onto the map here, he's going to be looking to pick somebody off.
Earlier, Nukes had the most gold in the game. I don't know if that's still true.
Oh, look at this flank from More Sleep. He's behind them. He set a trap, but now we need to see the execution. We need to see the pick happen. Right. Runner 90 also off on the flank here. Looking to do some surprising of his own. Aphelios, be careful, please. No, Aphelios. Oh, God. It's so scary. No.
Wait.
Spotted out. More sleep. He has the ultimate this time. He's able to survive, but he does not get the kill. The Moonlight Vigil barely. Not enough, but the Chaos Storm will certainly do the deed. More sleep. Not able to find his prey. He gets taken out. Oh, but the fate sealed. They did find Out of Blue in the end. Yone. Oh, that's the shutdown going over to Patrick on the Camille. Gets into the back line. The Hextech ultimatum comes down on a King Annihilator, but the follow-up is just a little bit too late. Patrick running out of HP. Runner 90 into the back line, cuts off Pixel Wolf as she was trying to help out, as she was trying to join the fray. The stretchy strike connects, and the Jinx will fall. Nukes is so strong on the Yone. He survived for so long, going back in looking for a little bit more, but in the end, Aphelios is the only one who falls. Camille, the only one who survives. And Baron still on, means it's going to be MG Element pushing into the base.
Oh, man, that look, isn't that ideal situation for More Sleep? But it looks like Aphelios saw More Sleep first and like started. I thought
they saw each other at like the same time as they walked into that bush.
I expected More Sleep to be the one who engaged on Aphelios, and that just did not go well for
did not work out. Seemed like a little bit of hesitation there. More Sleep just wasn't confident that he was going to be able to get the pick before the collapse came through. But this one,
oh, for sure,
he does find. This one he does find. Oh, the teleport. He's going to save the Bloblet. More Sleep can't get the kill. Forced to back away. Super Mega Death Rocket. Target's not low enough to teleport in for Nukes, but he gets knocked out by the balance. He gets completely one-shot by King Annihilator on his 2 items of his own. Victor with double buffs. Yeah, he's no slouch either. Able to run these enemy champions. The massive engage from late game carry finds the quickness onto 2. LC Bane falls to the death ray. Patrick Jones, once again, the last hope. It will get cut down. Another double kill for Out of Blue. He's looking to take this Nexus. He's looking to put Barber's Fan Club out of their misery at this point. 5 versus 1 on the map. More Sleep can't even get back to the fountain. He's trying to survive. He gets 1 kill onto the enemy jungler. They stop the recall at the cost of Runner 90's life. And actually, the respawns are coming through, so it will be just that mid inhibitor for now, Etoe. And once again, we're looking at a dragon spawn in 30 seconds.
Oh, maybe more.
Later. Oh,
my God.
Death Ray connects.
Coming out, though.
Yeah, Victor's really strong. He's really strong. Has 10 stacks on a Dark Seal of his own.
King
Annihilator, remember.
Oh my God, Aphelios.
Oh no, Out of Blue. Oh, but he had the control ward in the bush. Evelyn got spotted out first that time, and More Sleep forced to flash away right as this critical objective is spawning. Control ward OP. Etoe, we called it out in Champ Select. Control ward.
That's the
counter
reason
to
why
Evelyn.
It's a spicy pick. Meaning, there's reasons why we don't see it.
And he had no way of knowing that was in the bush, right? More Sleep just walked in there, had no idea, and almost dies. Has to flash away immediately.
Yeah.
Phalios is so strong. I mean, he's got Collector.
Yeah.
All this lethality. He can one-shot this Evelyn if he gets the jump on her.
Gold in the game. Yes, he's the richest member in the game right now. Aphelios is so strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And now this dragon should be a formality. More Sleep looking for a play actually on the top side, but Venom is level 16 on the Aatrox. He's got 3 levels on Evelyn. I think he actually wins that 1v2. I'm surprised he didn't go for it.
And there's the 3rd dragon of the game going over to MGL and putting them on soul point. Objective bounties are available soon. Only soon. They did effective bounties a while ago. But effective, yeah, looks like this game was 10-10 at some point, by the way.
Okay,
that is a 12-2 run.
Fate Sealed flashed away from Venom, staying alive underneath the tower. Evelyn and Yone, the 2 strongest members, spending so much time trying to kill this Aatrox. And meanwhile, they're just losing the rest of the map. Runner 90 lands the slingshot. He's been so accurate with these, Etoe.
He really is. He really, really is. Over these 2 games, we've seen so many amazing elastic slingshots from Runner 90.
I want to pick up another tier 2 there. Extended their gold lead to 6,000 after that Baron, Etoe. Very, very significant.
Incredible Baron.
Victor and Aphelios are very much online. And they're looking to close this one out with a nice clean 2-0. Are we looking at back-to-back? Oh. Yeah, control ward on the other foot now as
maybe
Out of Blue. Maybe in some trouble, but King Annihilator canceled his recall. He's still here. Patrick's going to get 1 shot. Evelyn was not able to find the mark once again. Forced to ult out early there. And Runner 90 going back in the slingshot. Pixel Wolf running for the hills, but the stretchy strikes will connect. And that maxed out E is such a low cooldown. He's going to be able to lock her down. Oh, the flash away. Jinx will survive with the flash, but Runner 90, oh, I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done, Etoe. Late game carry actually going to look for a little bit of a solo kill situation, but it's going to be Runner 90 flying in with another high pinpoint accuracy slingshot to finish off the Pixel Wolf. And they're on the Nexus Towers, the rest of the team. I was about to ask you before we saw that next kill come through if you think we're looking at back-to-back sub 30-minute wins for Elements here.
Yes, I think so. Wow. I think at this Baron right here, if this Baron is secured, then I think, yeah, they're running on 30 minutes.
Just gonna take the entire jungle on their way over. 17 now for Venom's Aatrox. More Sleep is dead again. Actually, how did More Sleep die?
Wait, real quick. I feel like it sounds like, what's your, can you call out your time right now? 28:25, 28:26, 28:27?
Oh, I'm like 2 seconds behind.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna pause at 28:31. Can you get 28:31?
Okay. Gets 20. I'm at 28:33 now.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. 28, 33. Okay, and then I'll give you a countdown.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Play. 34, 35, 36.
Seems good.
37. Okay, yeah. I was like, before we have this big fight, it sounded like it's slightly.
Good call. Good call. Nuke's gonna go in with the fate sealed. Finds 2. Lot of damage, but not enough. Baron goes over. Runner 90 secures the objective once again. LC Bane made his way into the pit to try and help out his mid laner, but it wasn't nearly enough. More sleep trying to take out this Aatrox, but you can see the level difference, the gold difference. More sleep just got absolutely dunked on. And now it's time to end the game. Once again, sub 30 minutes.
And Tycoon's comment in the chat there is hilarious. I didn't expect the Aphelios Eve relationship to pan out this way. Same! You wouldn't expect to see Evelyn to be the one blasting away from Aphelios, right? That's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how that's supposed to go. That's not how it goes in my solo queue games.
Not only did she get behind and was getting assassinated by Aphelios, but she was also, I feel like, getting spotted out a lot.
Yeah.
Which is also something you don't really expect necessarily from Evelyns. Usually they're very, very sneaky, especially high mastery Evelyns. But yeah, it seems like the side of MG Element just had Sleep's number in this game.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's going to be the quick 2-0, which means I actually will have time to eat without eating. I was like, oh, I really want to eat this food. I don't want to eat on the mic. I snuck some of the sides. I had some mac and cheese on the side. So like, you need to get some food too. I need to get some.
I gotta get that.
100%. So, but that will be the 2-0 for MG Elements, and Barber's Fanclub continues to have some struggles. It seems. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the winner there for the people that bet. And we will be out of here for now. That'll be the end of the night. Let's see if we have someone to host. Let's see if there's another league that is live. Let's go Zero Gravity Gaming. There's people from Zero Gravity used to play in BTL at some point. They played in BTL before. I rarely see them live, so I'm going to go ahead and give Zero Gravity Gaming a host. Be sure to say hey to them. GG's from LC Bane in the chat. And when next time we'll be live, there's so many reschedules, it's hard to keep up. I think maybe this Friday. Let's see, week 6. I think Friday we have Barbara's Fanclub versus Spectre Gaming from week 6. So we will be live again this Friday, 7 p.m. EST. That'll be another reschedule. That'll be Barbara's 3rd reschedule. So they'll actually be losing 2 bands in that game. Barbara's Fanclub has had some struggles getting the roster here on the weekend original schedule.
Be tough.
Yeah, so that is going to be tough. But hey, they could come back in the gauntlet. They can make a great gauntlet run. That team does have the potential to be very strong. We do know that. So we'll see if they have some better luck in the future. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Zero Gravity Gaming. We'll see you guys on. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say thanks for the quick win, MG Element. Much appreciated. Yeah, definitely Barbara's Fanclub. Really going to need to pick up some wins of their own, especially after another loss here tonight. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's at CS Noms on Twitter. And have a great night.